If you have been on TikTok at any point in this past week, you probably stumbled upon the whole tattoo gate thing that's going around, and it is really crazy. As tattoo collectors like you and I'm sure when you listen to this story, or if you even know about this story already, you're probably as just upset as I am. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what this whole tattoo gate thing is that's going around online right now, I'm going to explain it to you and then give my own opinion on it because I have some thoughts on this whole thing. And by the end, I would love to know what you think about this whole situation because it gets pretty deep. Pretty much the story starts when a TikTok user named Komoteth, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, reached out to an artist. She explained that she really did love the artist's work, and she sent some reference photos over, explained what she wanted, and it was of a fox, like a fox tattoo. She did say in the video that she paid $180 for a tattoo consultation.
Booked a consult with her a couple months ago. Consult was non-refundable. It was $180. That was listed on our website. That's fine. I paid that. We had a Zoom consult on Friday.
Typically, everybody that I know that goes to get tattoos and every artist that I know never really charges for tattoo consultations, but they are out there. But anyway, the client Komoteth, she did mention exactly what she wanted to a T. She gave clear instructions on everything that she wanted incorporated in this sleeve and sent it out to the tattoo artist.
I showed her these reference photos as to what I wanted for a half upper arm sleeve. We kind of talked about it a little bit. I said I wasn't really picky on what kind of flowers I wanted. I wanted the fox to look like he was running. Foxes were my favorite animal. I said I wanted some watercolor on the fox. The flowers were just going to be whatever she thought would look good.
Once she sent everything that she wanted incorporated in the tattoo over to the artist got back to her and gave her like 3 options for a design fee. Now, I have been around tattoos literally since I was like 5 years old, and I have never heard of design fees before. But supposedly, this all came about from this guy that's in the tattoo industry named Rustbot or whatever. I personally never heard of him, but he has like this program where he has different tiers for like these designs that people can choose from. And Komoteth's artist, that's what she claims, where she got this whole inspiration of this like 3-tier list thing. Now, I couldn't believe the prices of these tiers that Komoteth got quoted. So the first option, tier number 1, was $1,500 plus tax. And this included the concept sketch and allows 1 change to the design. The second option was $3,500 plus tax, and this comes with 2 concepts of the sketch and a couple changes. And option 3, get ready for this, is $6,000 plus tax. And this includes with a couple of different sketches of the design that you want, and you could get a couple of different changes. And they will also put it on like a canvas so you could actually see what it'll look like in, I guess, real life. I don't know. Now, I've seen people pay crazy money for quality art, but this isn't even for a tattoo. This is just for the actual design, which is insane to me. You would think that, like maybe some of this money that you're paying the design for will go into like the actual, total cost of your tattoo, or maybe take it down a little bit, but no, you would be mistaken, just like the client was, because she thought that, hey, I'm paying this amount of money, maybe the tattoo won't be so expensive.
At first, I kind of thought that price was going to then be taken out of the final cost of my tattoo, but then I find out that it was not.
Anyway, the client, Komoteth, she ended up choosing tier 1. So Komoteth paid, and she was pretty confident at the fact that whatever tattoo she was getting was going to be high quality because the artist's work was really good, and also on top of that, she was so detailed on what she wanted. She was so clear in her email, and also gave really good reference photos. A few days pass, and then the artist responds with this. A concept sketch that wasn't even remotely close to what she wanted. So she ended up responding to the email immediately and saying like, what is this? This is nothing that I instructed you to do.
I emailed her immediately to tell her that I wanted a full fox. I wanted a tail. I wanted the fox to be the main feature. I wanted to be less flowers, more fox forward.
Now this is just screwed up because Komoteth chose tier number 1, which gets no revisions. And even though the tattoo artist didn't take any of her instructions on what she wanted in the design into consideration, the tattoo artist responded saying that
she said that if I wanted another sketch, she was going to charge me the difference between option 1 and option number 2, which is $2,260.
on top of the $1,500 that she already paid for tier 1. The artist also stated that it was Komotef's fault that she was unclear on what she wanted, but after looking at the emails, she couldn't have been more clear. Like, she explained exactly to a T what she wanted incorporated in this tattoo. According to Komotef, I believe she's at like $2,695 in the hole already. And the tattoo artist responded saying that she needs another $2,000 to create a new design. And she didn't even get an inch of tattooing done yet. Now this part was just mind-blowing to me, and I couldn't understand what this tattoo artist was thinking, but she then responds back to Komotef saying that, hey, if you don't want to pay the difference between tier 1 and tier 2 of like $2,260, you could just repay for tier 1 again for $1,500. Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on. Now, this is just sad to think about because you know that if this tattoo artist is doing it to one person, she's probably doing it to a bunch of people, but it gets even deeper. So Komotef does respond to her email and says that, you know, you should be more clear on this whole design fee and you should have pricings. Like, it wasn't anywhere on her website, and you know, for clients that want to get tattooed by this person, it's only right to be upfront and clear on what all the costs are for. Which then the tattoo artist responds that the design fee was optional. After all this, the design fee was optional, but according to Komotef, it was never in the email anywhere. There was never that fourth option to say, hey, I want to opt out of this whole design fee.
And I was never told that that fee was optional. She presented me with 3 options, asked me which one I was most comfortable with. I should have walked away at that point. That's on me.
So anyway, Komotef, she got fed up like any normal person would be at this point and decided to, you know, say, hey, listen, I don't want to be tattooed by you anymore, but I do want a refund, even if it's a partial refund. And the tattoo artist responded saying that she will not be getting a refund and that her creative work is not for free. Now look at this design right here and say that this is creative work. I don't know how to draw for shit, and I could have done this in 5 minutes. Now, the sad part about this is that after this whole Tattoo Gate video was uploaded and went viral, there was another video that ended up coming out where literally somebody saw that it was a traced design. Like, it wasn't even her creative, you know, mind. She just traced the design. Like, take a look at this.
Minor change and then a final design that you'll review. Go watch that whole video. She traced it. My crappy sketch. She traced it. My original crappy fox isn't an original. She just traced it. Wow.
So she scammed this client and probably multiple others out of thousands of dollars. She's tracing designs that, you know, she's saying that are her original ideas, and she's not taking any responsibility on her actions and how she's going about her business. Like, she's saying that, like, oh, hey, this is, you know, no refunds and all this and that. Like, that's horrible business right there. Like, take some responsibility and say that, you know what, this was wrong, I screwed up, let me do the tattoo for you for like a reasonable price, or, you know, maybe I should, even at the bare minimum, maybe I should be more upfront with my clients. After all, they are paying my bills. Like, who doesn't want returning clients as a tattoo artist? And the really extreme sad part after all this was that the client, she did lose out on all of her money and she wasted a bunch of her time. And she never ended up getting that tattoo that she wanted. Like, that tattoo meant something to her and she never got it. At least she hasn't yet. And also, from her speaking out about this, she didn't mention the tattoo artist's name, which I give her props for that. But more videos and stories are starting to surface about this same tattoo artist. Now, if you haven't noticed throughout this whole video, I'm trying to keep my composure, but this whole situation has really got me floored. First off, I am no tattoo artist. I am just simply a tattoo collector that surrounded himself in the tattoo industry because I love the culture and I love the people in it. That being said, this whole, you know, design fee thing, I have never heard of before. And the guy Gus that created this whole tier system. I know that, you know, he has done a lot of good in the tattoo world and the tattoo industry, but, you know, I don't agree with it, but I can see where he's going with it. As the tattoo industry evolves, just like any business, there are always going to be new ways of generating revenue. This whole tier system that Gus created was to ensure that once a client pays for that design fee, that the artist will give that client a design that they will end up loving. If the client is willing and able to pay for this design fee and the artist is actually trustworthy, then great. I still personally don't like the whole idea of paying for design, but if both parties are okay with it, then you do you. But on the flip side to this, I could see some, you know, shady artists really taking advantage of this whole tier system and really screwing over some clients, just like, as you can see in this video, that happened. Now, obviously, the artist that screwed over Komoteth, she must have some great work, because Komoteth herself said that she still loves her work, even after this situation. And if this tattoo artist gave her the design that she wanted, and, you know, everything was all said and done, she would have moved forward with getting the tattoo from the artist.
Pictures, and I said, I guarantee if you had sent me a beautiful sketch of a full fox, we'd probably be moving forward and I probably would be getting this tattoo. But unfortunately, we're in this situation, and I'm out $2,600.
Like, when I saw that design, even though it is a sketch, I was like, did this artist purposely just make the sketch and design bad just to scam her out of this money and say, like, hey, you need to pay more money for a revision? Because that was my first impression. Now, I watched this whole story on TikTok, and I gotta say that it really did break my heart. Not only because of, you know, Komoteth getting scammed out of the money and not getting the tattoo that she wanted and her going through all this stuff, but it was the fact that the tattoo artist took Komoteth's kindness as a weakness and just took her for granted. Because throughout this whole thing, and even in the emails that you could see, like, she was just so nice. She didn't freak out. She didn't call her any names. She was just so sweet, and she ended up still getting screwed over. Looking back at this story, this just goes to show how important it is to deep dive research into a tattoo artist. Like, actually look at their work, and if their quality of work is there, don't just stop there. Also look at, say, like, their Google reviews. See the reviews of their shop and what other clients think about that tattoo artist to get a better idea of them. And for the tattoo artists out there, don't screw over your clients. Just simply be upfront with the cost and everything to your clients, because I would hate to be the tattoo artist on the opposite side of a viral video in this whole negative light. If you take care of your clients, they're going to be loyal customers for literally years. Just be honest, don't screw anybody over, and everyone will win in the long run. I just wanted to put my 2 cents into this whole tattoo gate, because I was getting a lot of DMs of people asking me, and I was like, what better way to explain my opinion on this whole thing than in a tattoo video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.